Hey, back for vlog 57, I believe.
Yeah,
57.
it is 57.
Yeah, I was, had a really good stream last night, actually. Got some of the presents that I wanted to choose out. There's a lot more people I did want to choose, but I think sadly it's come to an end for all the people I wanted to choose. If I just keep going at this rate, it's just gonna be picking favorites, and the rest of it's just gonna have to be dealt with in the spin wheel. I feel like that's a good approach to it, and want to get through it not too fast but slow enough. I'm thinking about wiping the board every single time one of those presents are drawn, so when they get drawn out and the presents go on the actual spin wheel, we get all the names rubbed off, just to make sure that people are still paying attention and not just have like it tabbed. You know what I mean? Tabbing is good support, it's good lurking, I get that, but just having your name on the board guarantees winning, where you can just maximize participation in the event. It is a very expensive event for me anyway.
You know what? You really need one of them barrels with the handle on the side, and it rotates. And people that are interested, they get a tick, and you stick it all on the barrel, and whatever comes out wins in that raffle.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
That's the next thing you're going to do next year.
If we can do that, it'd be very good.
Yep. And then you just pull one out of the barrel, and that's the winner for one of the giveaways or something, presents or items that you want to do. Something you got to work on.
If we can get one of those raffle barrels, it'd be pretty good. But the only uses that it will get is when I'm actually just doing giveaways of that sort. So I don't think that's a thing for me right now. Maybe next year. We're trying to find uses for the spin wheel. It's so difficult. How would you think that you're going with your weight loss journey at the moment?
Me?
Yeah.
Slow. I'm working at what I'm going to start doing. Going back to IF is one of my goals. I preferred the IF because I don't like eating all the time, and what's more than that, it's just I like the whole have a coffee, go for a few hours, then eat something later in the day. I want to go back to that, and then try and go back to consistency, because it worked for me last time. Welcome to my vlog.
Well, you're in all my vlogs, so might as well add yourself. Me personally, I weighed myself today at 103.9 kilos, and my god, I'm happy about that. And I was reviewing some of the footage, like some of my old vlogs from 1 till 9, and while they were really good vlogs, 1 all the way up to 12, I would say, while they were really good vlogs, each one of those vlogs took nearly 20 to 23 hours to edit, versus these short ones, which are raw, honest, and up to date every single day. Like, they're fresh, brand new. Like, it's not yesterday's footage, it's literally as soon as it's uploaded, it's today. That's the difference between the content. And as I keep editing these videos and going in there, and sure, sometimes I've got like 20 minutes to edit them, sometimes maybe 10. Like, the quality is just not there with the subtitles, and that can be all improved eventually.
Time constraints.
Yeah, it's
You're
just
going to pick and choose which one to cut. Whether you want to have perfect subtitles or excellent video.
yeah. And for me to do all this editing and stuff, what it's done is actually forced me into the mindset of ruthless editing, where you're like, no one cares about that, bang, no one cares about this, nah, shouldn't talk about that, delete this, delete that. Like, it's so much quicker for me to just edit the video where if I were to, like when I was reviewing my previous footage, and there's areas along, like based on the editing and stuff, where I would have just cut it off entirely. So had to cut off filming in the previous area where I was talking about sections where I'd have to cut the videos. Reason being, started playing some music in the background, and you know that's like music that's not allowed, and it's even though I was in a public setting, people want to blare their music, I couldn't record in that area. And you know, children started to come into the frame, so it was just all in all just a bad spot in general to record. So me and my brother opted to go for an old spot that we used to live in 20 years ago. A former mate of ours, no longer around, Graham. But this is the Bell Street Park where we used to live. Pretty small area, but I figured.
Yeah, so long ago. Yeah, even argue it's more than 20 years. But yeah, I'm not getting on that swing.
Whoa. Why? What's wrong with the swing?
Look at the size of the swing. A kid.
Woo! Who says I'm not a kid?
You are, yeah, you're a big kid.
Okay, let's try to sort of that. Anyway, years ago, used to have his house around that area. Over there, I can't really show it. Yeah, because it's not there. It's not there anymore. The house is completely gone, and yeah, I don't know what happened to it. Just demolished, and then was just a clean area, and then a new house was built there. But that's where he used to live, and I spent, you know, a couple of years of my life hanging out with him. So I'm getting stuck talking about things I don't even know what to talk about.
Plants. What you gonna do? We were talking about the raffle barrel, and when people want to enter competitions in the future for the channel, giveaway stuff like that, where they get a game or something, you draw out of a big barrel, and I'll have a ticket. People ask for a ticket, you put their name on the ticket, you throw it in the barrel, and then you spin it for a while. When it comes to draw day, after you've accrued enough over a month or something, you spin the barrel, you pull out the winner, and the two other small winners, and that's it. Something like that you'll be able to do. It should have been done at Christmas, but we didn't have the time. You can still do it with something other than a fancy barrel. We'll do the same thing. Throw them all into the thing. Instead of the spin wheel, if you don't want to do it, just write the names on a ticket, throw it in a bucket, draw them out of the bucket.
I mean, could probably do that too. Have the names written on the spin wheel, and then when it lands on their name, I pick them later and say, yeah, look,
at the end of
you won this, go and pick a present.
Yep.
And people that respond sooner get the choice. So I just draw them throughout the stream. It makes a lot more sense, but the problem with it is it lacks the, I guess it lacks the interaction. And then it just turns into a passive giveaway again.
It's full of interaction because they've got to tell you they're interested. And then you put their name down.
Yeah, but my problem is with that, alright, is once they put their name down, they can just close the tab. They don't have to stress about it anymore, right? Yeah. So then I just spin the wheel, lands on their name, and then I sit there, hey, person, do you want to choose this present? Hey, you there in chat? Hello? Anyone there? And it's like, well, he's not there. So then I got to feel bad, re-roll that person into a new person. Oh yeah, you won. And then they come back, oh sorry, I was in the toilet. Oh no, you missed out on your present. How are you going to feel about that?
Honestly, it doesn't matter. They were there when you put the drawer up.
Yeah, I want to go on the footpath though, because I don't want to be on this side of the road.
Fair enough. A bit quieter over here.
Yeah, it's a much quieter spot. Like I said, I had to stop recording at the previous spot. It was awful. But yeah, that's the dilemmas of being a streamer. And, you know, you think like this is big, like what I'm doing, these giveaways today, and nothing compared to what I will do when I'm big as a YouTuber, and if I can ever figure out how to make my videos really good. All I know is the content has to get better. The content has to be something that you guys can engage with, find interesting, and want to watch. Because if I don't solve that problem, I'll never grow as a YouTuber, no matter how much editing. You can't edit a turd and expect it to be valuable and good content. There's just no way. So when I figured that out after 200 videos, whatever, like I said, I've said it so many times, the more I do these videos, the better I'm going to get. It's editing, it's thumbnails, and it's the content. The best part of the video is the content. If the content sucks, everything else doesn't matter. You can get the world's best editor to edit garbage, and he still couldn't make it interesting to be 1 million views. Well, maybe he could. He could probably come up with an insane thumbnail of a garbage tip, and then it went from this to this, and that would be how he'd do a garbage tip. But I'm trying to say, in terms of my content, I'm trying to figure out how and when and why I can improve that content. So
hang on a minute, I'm just going to edit a turd.
Oh, sure.
What the fuck? The turd's following me.
But like I said, it's something that I want to do, and I always want to strive to improve. And I really do think the content and editing and subtitles, thumbnails have all been steadily improving over time. I'm giving them that time that it needs, and today I'm gonna have a whole hour to edit at least, and instead of 20 minutes, which with all that extra time, I'm blessed with extra music, proper jump cuts. I'm even gonna get some B-roll footage in to record so that I can talk about more of this stuff. That's what I'm trying to say, is content is over everything. And some of the videos from the past have like a lot of content, and I'm actually going to create like a trailer for the whole series. Me and my brother, I think, are both going to work on some shorts to promote the actual video series. And my brother last night painstakingly went through every single vlog video I've ever released, and he put up the, what was it, the next video, continue watching here. So he's put all that up for me on every video, and he's also snip cut the last one for me after a subscription thing, because I was in such a rush. I was 10 minutes late for stream. Everything was just, yeah, I spent like 6 hours doing presents, and then I had to do a quick vlog update to let people know, showcase the presents and everything. I was such a big pain in the ass to get done, but yeah, it got done, and he managed to shift it all.
Yeah, I think you should split it into seasons. Like, eventually you change the vlogs to seasons, and it'll be season 2, it'll be next year. So you can do a seasonal thing with, yeah, progression over the years of actually vlogging. From the start, you got season 1, then you got season 2. If you split it into seasons in the future, you can actually put them on a storage medium or whatever and keep it organised. And it should be the same on your YouTube channel. Season 1, season 2, you know, Dad Flame in life and Dad Flame vlogs. You know what I mean? Or daily vlog. Season 2.
Yeah.
And that way, as you get through, it progresses with you. And that way you don't have, you know, episode 900 or whatever. You just split away and tidy it up.
All I know at the end of the day is I'm going to succeed.
Yep.
There's no if, buts, or maybes. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna succeed on my Twitch streaming. I'm gonna succeed on my weight loss journey. I'm gonna succeed on motivating my brother to also, you know, have the whole of next year trying to motivate him, you know, building his confidence up and getting his daily vlog started, because you want to talk about camps, tents, stuff like that, and go out and do his own little daily series.
Solo camping stuff, and then occasionally with family. I wanted to build that up where I go out and actually find spots we can camp at, whether it's paid or free. Build up from nothing, and then just find that there's still some gems to go to, and then go from not knowing how to do camping much to having a bare essentials and getting out there and doing it. Even if it's just for 6-hour camp, rest stop or something that you're allowed to actually put a tent up at
Yeah,
and give it a shot.
that's what I'm saying. Anyway, this is a long ass video, so I'm just gonna call it here. Thank you very much for tuning in to vlog 57.
I'm actually sweating after this walk. It's good.
Fuck, we talked about a lot of stuff, but you know, I have nothing but plans going forward. And if you think it's big now, giveaways. As I succeed more in YouTube, and eventually, you know, the video that unlocks channel monetization on my YouTube. Anyway, like I said, I'll cut it here. Thank you very much for watching, and make sure you guys check out vlog 58, which will be in the next series, well, next in the series. Who knows what I'll be doing, but it's up there. It's ready to be clicked. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.